What's going on, everybody? Thought I would jump on because it has been a while since I've done a live, and I thought, it just kind of makes sense to jump on while I'm doing some stuff. So here I am. There we go. Hey, what's going on, guys? Let me swing this around. There we go. That's a little better. It's going to be a little funky with the light, but I just wanted to kind of jump on while I was doing some, because I've been bad about jumping on and doing lives lately. So I thought, what a better time. I'm out here weeding a ton of cut vinyl while I'm printing inside. So I thought, I'm going to be sitting here for a minute. I might as well jump on and do a live. Figure I'd see who was around, say hi, let me know you're here. Otherwise, I'll just be weeding vinyl and chatting. And it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a little bright because I've got a light down here for helping weed. Because we're doing matte white vinyl, high tack. And it's really hard to see the cut lines on matte white. So I thought, why not do this? Let me see if there's any. Alright, no missing chat, so that's good. So hopefully everything is well with y'all. I'll move the camera view around a little bit occasionally. Actually, I'll tell you what, here. It's going to be bright. But it is what it is. I've got you guys kind of close right now over the table. But this is, like I said, high tack matte white, 15-inch graphic, cut, weeded, and then we've got to mask them all as well. There's 300 of these, so it's like 30 panels is the way I'm doing it. Speaking of, I got to start the job behind me, so let me start that. Alright, so you probably hear a little bit of ambient noise, but I'm curious how the sound is. Right now I'm just working off my phone audio, so it's not going to be the best, but move this back. Well, that's not good. We'll try that again. How you guys doing? Alright, hold on. We're still having problems. I think I need to reset the cutter. It got its home position lost. But that's what happens, right? So yeah, that's what happens. This light is really bright. Hang on, I'm gonna lay this over it a little bit to block a little bit of that light. Is that a little better? No, it's not quite so blinding. So what's everybody out there up to? Anything fun? Just chilling? Got no comments. Come on, I guess everybody's asleep. It is 9:30 Central Standard Time. Almost. But I've got a lot of these to do, and then plus the printing that's going on inside, so I'm getting a little behind on some things. Nobody else jumping in. Oh man, it is what it is. Let me know that the audio is okay if you guys are hearing anything. What I should do is jump on over here. Or not. Now I'm behind on my cycle. Normally I'm leading one while one's cutting, but I started the live and didn't start the other cut job, so now I'm waiting for the cut job to finish. Got nada. You can let me know if somebody's here. I'll talk or I'll do something. Did have a customer come by last night to custom cut a few pieces of neon acrylic, which is always cool. Basically just some heart shapes, pretty quick and easy. Guess he's doing a mock-up for a quinceañera. Comes through, he's gonna do like 20 of them. All right, now we're back on track. So now I can start that one. Hand down a little bit. You still can't really see. Son of a biscuit. Something's going on. Can't figure out why it's doing this. I've never had this problem. There's some people on finally. What are y'all doing? Let me know who's on. Give me a message. I don't see anybody right now. Like I said, I've been pretty bad about going live lately, and it just popped into my head, so I thought, you know, I'm out here doing a lot of cut vinyl while the printer's in there printing. I thought this is a good chance to just jump on and see how everybody's doing, say hi. So yeah, let me know you're here, what's going on in your world. Got this bright light, kind of blinding, but helps me weed. This is, we're doing matte white vinyl, high tack, so it's a little tricky to see when you're cutting and weeding. As some of you I'm sure probably know. No massages. Yeah, doing 315-inch high-tech graphics, and then I've got 306-inch high-tech graphics to do, which they just added to the order last night. Plus the sign prints that were going on, that are streaming right now on the printer. And I've got 2 other 4x8 signs that need to get printed back there too. And then I got a call a little while ago. Customers like, oh, I only need 32-inch stickers. I'm like, okay, just need them by Saturday. Well, that's fine. I'll just throw them in another order run. Told her she'll probably get more than that because that's going to hit our minimum. Still no chat. Just use my 30-inch roll for this stuff. Hey. I'm gonna jump it down. Not that this is too exciting, just weeding vinyl, but I got the camera so close right now because I'm just doing it on my phone rather than my normal setup that I need to be close so I can see what you guys are saying, if anything. A little high tech. So yeah, so like I said, what else is going on in y'all's world? Anything fun? Anything new? Alright, so that's about 90 pieces so far this morning. I already had 70 printed, or already 70 done, including, actually, they're already weeded and broken down, which I still will have to do to this batch, but just trying to get these all cut. Ran out of that 30-inch high-tack white, so I needed more. So just got that roll in, so that's why I'm putting ketchup on these now. And I did get more mask, so at least I'm ready, because that mask goes pretty quick too when you're doing all these. Man, no fun, no comments. All right. Let's see. More weeding. I don't necessarily miss the weeding stuff. I definitely would rather do contour cut printed, but you know, you get customers that still like the look of this on whatever they're putting them on. I know these guys, they're using them on all kinds of stuff, including coolers, etc. So that's why they wanted high tack. And I did a batch of 12-inch. This is a batch of 15, and then they've added another batch of 6-inch. So those at least won't take near the material or cut time. Oh. Hey, hey, hey. Drop a comment so I know you're here. So hard to see on this little phone. It doesn't have, I can't, yeah, I guess from the phone it's not letting me see. That's alright. Like I said, it is what it is. I just knew I hadn't been on live in a while. Haven't had, I don't know, there's been plenty of stuff going on. I just haven't thought about it. So I'm out here working for hours, so I thought, why not jump on? So let me know what's going on with you guys. Anything fun or exciting? Alright, 11 panels. 11 more panels cut. Weeded. And we've got, let's see, 11 done. I've got 7 already masked. So that's 18. I've got a total of 30 for this job. So another 12 more of these. Then we can start on the 6-inch ones. Maybe go inside and send the next print job to. But I will do that here in a little bit. I think I was doing 4 of the, yeah, I think the batch I sent in there was for 4 of those bigger signs. So I just need to add, I think, 1 more of those and then switch to the other sign design, and then there's 5 of those. Hanging back down for weeding. I don't necessarily miss having to weed a bunch. Or to have to put application tape on. And cut those down. Just adds quite a bit of labor time. Boom. No more comments. Anyways, you guys are no fun. Just gonna do the same old repetitive stuff this morning. I mean, cut, weed, print, cut, weed, print. Got 12 of these. It is bizarre, I'm getting no chat. guess you jumped on earlier and did not, for some reason, none of the comments are showing up here. But I brought it up on a web browser, and now I can see that there's comments. So sorry I wasn't responding. For some reason, the YouTube app on my phone is not showing any of the comments, so I'm not sure what's going on there. So I'll pop over here and look for comments every once in a while on the other screen. So yeah, gotta love it. When these pan bound for weeding, the boring weeding. Like I said, that's what I get. This is going to be a repetitive day. So I got a fair amount of these to do. And my trash is pretty full. I need to stop and swap out bags. I'll do that here in just a little bit. I'll go check on that print job. Just realized I was paying attention to the YouTube comment thing and didn't start the other cut job. So yeah, see, that's why I don't do so many lives. Not really. I mean, normally it's something more specific that I'm doing, not this is kind of more boring stuff, but when you're getting in that repetitive motion, you forget. You get off that normal pattern, and all of a sudden, things aren't getting done the same way. So yeah, so anyhow, so let me know, go ahead and message, let me know what's going on in the chat. I can watch it over here. Apparently it's not showing up on the YouTube app on my phone that I'm streaming from right now, but I can see it over here on the computer, so make a comment, let me know you're here. And now I can see it, at least, occasionally. Gotta empty that big trash bag. Okay, let me do that real quick. Getting pretty low on these big bags. They're not cheap. Okay. Still need to go in and send that next print job too. All right, back to weeding. Alright, so got 13 of these done. There he is. What's up, Rye? Sorry I missed you earlier. Hopefully you saw my comments. For some reason the Facebook or the YouTube app is not showing any comments here on the phone. So I have to look over at the computer screen every once in a while, and then I can see. So morning. So I've got 13 of these cut so far. I had 7 prior to that, so that's 20. I got a total of 30 I need, so I got 10 more I need to do. I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, they just don't always change the address. All right, okay. What did I miss?
What's the one going on?
Hey man, so hang on, let me move down here. So what I'm doing is, this is high-tack white, because the company wants stuff that's going to stick to almost anything, including coolers. So it's a matte white, high-tack. And we did 300 of them in a 12-inch version. This is 300 of them in a 15-inch version, and then they just added last night an order for 300 in a 6-inch version. So we'll be doing a little bit of variety of sizes for them. Only pain is it's the old cut vinyl style that they like, so it adds a lot of labor. And since this is high-tack vinyl, it's not like your typical stuff. This is the printable high-tack, so it's a little bit pricey, but not crazy. It's actually not that bad. But since it's white and it's already matte, they don't need it laminated or anything. Don't need the extra thickness, don't want the extra thickness, so this actually works out well for them. They already picked up the 12-inch. And I had 7 panels of 30 done in the 15-inch and then ran out of material. And it's coming directly from Orfall, so it took a little time to get the material. But it's here. So hopefully that makes sense. So again, what's going on in y'all's world? It's gonna be a little bit more exciting than this right now. Just the same old same. Wedding. So you doing a wedding today? Tuesday wedding, huh? Yeah, I understand. I mean, I've got this coming weekend. We've got, I think it's this weekend. Yeah, this weekend we've got a dance floor wrap Friday, Sunday, and Monday for weddings. So they're happening on all the days. This last week it was just a Saturday and a Sunday one. And then I had to do Sunday evening, I had a photo booth event for another wedding. So I understand. Yeah, right. The floors do okay for us. Seems to be between 2 and 3 a week on average. There's some weeks with more, some weeks with less. But yeah, lately it's been 2 to 3 a week. Our challenge right now has been material. So the normal material we use has was on back. It's backed up from the manufacturer for 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks now, and they were talking about not getting it till June. Well, thankfully it came in early, so my distributor just got 150 rolls of it. So I just ordered 4 rolls just to have. Depending on the size of the floor, like for the smaller ones we do, like 16 by 18s, we can get 2 floors out of 1 roll. But the larger ones, like the 21, 21, 24, 24, those are almost a full, well, 24, 24 is pretty much a full roll. It's always interesting, people don't understand that. It's like, well, wait a minute, 16 by 18 versus 24 by 24. 24 by 24 is not that much bigger. I'm like, it's over double the square footage, so. Do the math and you'll figure it out. So yeah, and then we've got a couple of other jobs for one of the school districts coming up. We've got to do a partial wall mural, and then we've got to do an advertising spot on the down around the hanging scoreboards, the hanging 4-side board on their basketball court, that they've got a new sponsor. So I've got to go out and do that on a 25-foot lift. And then we've got to do, that same advertiser is going to be advertising at the football field under the scoreboard. And we built the system that they're using now, and they had 2 advertisers under that scoreboard. Well, now they want just the one to do the whole spot. So I've got to modify, we got to build a new aluminum frame that's going to mount to our existing frame, so they could potentially go back to that system later after this advertising run ends. But I think they're doing like a 3-year sponsorship, so I've got to get that aluminum ordered so I can get that all cut and start putting that frame system together so we can get that board up. And that's going to be, I think that one's like 18 foot wide, 16 foot. I'll have to look. No, I think it's, yeah, because I think it's 2 8-foot or 2 10-foot aluminum cores is what I'm going to use. Back to weeding. Oh, just realized I lost an eye. Wasn't paying attention, lost part of an eye. So I will fix that when I go to mask this. busy talking and not paying attention. I just need to make sure I catch it later when I come back to this. Easy fix. All right. Pull you back up. Man, already 50 minutes. I just didn't have much interaction, you know, so it started off a little slow. I guess a little early for people. All right, I need to move that vinyl over a little. So, Rye, when's the wedding? Is it actually today or tonight? You're just having to get all the stuff ready? Preferred vendor, yes. So on quite a few of the venues, including the one that we do the most work for, they basically they pretty much require that they are used. So we actually do it for the venue. So the venue actually adds it on as an item for sale through the venue. So pretty much any dance floor app that's done at that venue is us. And another benefit of that is the fact that, you know, when you're working for a venue, as you know, or not a venue, I'm sorry, when you're working for a planner or the actual hire couple is your end customer. If they don't have it, if they have it rented, let's say from noon till midnight, then the vendors can't get in until noon, right, to set up. Well, it doesn't matter for me. I get there when the venue opens their doors, which is 9 a.m. So we're in and out of there typically before anybody else even shows up. So it makes it easier for us because we're not working around anybody else. And we just offer it. We do it pretty easy for the venues. So what we'll do is we've got like 6 different styles of monogram. And they can just show it to their customer if they're, you know, not wanting something custom, and they just pick the style. They send us the style number and the customizations, and we can modify the art in like 5 minutes, and it's ready. Of course, some customers, you know, want custom, so either we'll work with them on doing the custom art, or if they're already working with an art person, we just give them the specs and they give me the art. So in that case, it goes pretty quick and easy. The one we did this weekend was that way, the Sunday one. They provided the art. They originally sent over the art, and it was decent. It was scaled okay, but it was smaller than they wanted. So I sent the venue back the information, and they contacted the customer and said, hey, this is what we need from you guys. And they did get me the updated artwork, and that's what we used to produce it. So. Laser's been good. Had a customer, a broker customer. He's actually, we do work for each other. He's a acrylic. He does nothing but acrylic manufacturing, but he doesn't have a laser. So anyhow, anytime he needs something custom cut, he brings it over to us, or now to me. So I've done a couple of prototype jobs for him here recently. Actually, he came by last night at about 8:30, and I knocked out a quick one for him. Yeah, and then also, let's see, this week did a couple of, I don't remember if I put up a video on it or not, or if I did anything, but did a couple of crystal glass awards, heavy things, pricey too, but we do them for one of the school districts at the end of the year. There's only two of them. They're for basically the teacher of the year for their elementary, and then teacher of the year for their, I think, middle schools. So I had to get those in and get those done. Actually, I think I did those on Monday before, because I was going out to that district anyhow to have a meeting on doing the wall murals and the scoreboard advertising. And then they've got another, I think there's another 5 or 6 different projects on the table with them that I got a quote that are big. Like one of them is their indoor practice field, which is a 60-yard field. And they want a graphic across the entire top, across the width. And then they want a bunch of graphics going along the upper, one of the upper sides along that 60-yard run. So, and we're gonna end up having to use like a 40-foot boom lift for that, because there's no way to get up there with a standard lift. So we'll just drive it in there on the AstroTurf. So I gotta I'm waiting on final art and information on that job so I can quote it for him. What's up, Dom? Just now seeing comments, so sorry I'm a little behind. Right, getting into what there? Getting in, you said getting into that here, getting into what there? What part? You're referring to the floor wraps. Yeah, you got to make sure you kind of do some tests and do some experimentation, because it's not the easiest thing to mess with, let alone knowing the right materials for the different types of floors and not going to damage the floor, etc. We've been doing floors for over 12 years, dance floors specifically, regular floor graphics since prior to that. Although now the floors are much simpler, we're not usually doing fully printed floors. There's some that we still do. Even the checkerboard floors that we do are printed. And then sometimes we'll do white with a border, we'll do a fully printed border, plus the center graphic. But yeah, it's not as often now that people order fully printed floors. And like I said, we used to do most of those for Indian weddings, and we traveled around the country doing those. There's more companies now in those areas offering those. It doesn't make sense to pay our travel to go out there. Morning, Jose. I can't see comments here, so I'm looking back there every once in a while, so don't feel like I'm ignoring. Like I said, today is just a lot of shop time out here cutting and weeding vinyl while I'm printing inside. So I thought I'd go live. I could be bored with you guys. So we're doing high-tack white. Already 10:15. I guess it's only 8:15 for Rye, right? He's just waking up. All right, let's see here. Hey, Rye, didn't you have family coming to stay with you for a little bit? When's that happening? Pretty soon, isn't it? Vinyl wrap the floor, yeah. There you go, Rye. I'll sell you some material if you want to do some playing with it. I've sent some of that material to others to try it. There's even been a few couples that have contacted me for weddings, and I'm like, hey, I'll sell you the material, but it's on you guys. Gravity is working against you. You know, doing a wall is a whole lot easier than a floor. Because at least on a wall, you got gravity working with you. But on a floor, it's kind of like when you work ceilings. I've done ceilings too. It's a bit more challenging. One of the reasons I made some of the specialty pieces of equipment to do it, to simplify it for us. Because I mean, we can do an average full floor with a monogram, a printed monogram in the center, and between an hour and 15. And I can tell you, I know other installers that did it for the first time with 2 guys, and it took them 3 hours plus. And that's with guys that I experienced. Not necessarily experience on floors, but experience in vinyl, you know, doing it daily. A double sign with plastic. What are you talking about? Are you thinking like coroplast, like the corrugated plastic? Like a yard sign? Or are you talking about PVC? Or, you know, what kind of sign are you talking about? And 20 by 30 is good size too. I mean, we do a lot of coroplast 24 by 36s that we use on the A-frames. Those are super common. I mean, we do those all the time. You know, if that's what you're talking about, that style, or how are you going to support it or use it, and then how long are you trying to get it to last outdoor too, because that's going to determine what material I'd recommend, and then which vinyl, which laminate, etc. End of the month, right? Okay, so you got a couple of weeks, and they're there for a month or so. You said? What software am I using with the GraphTech? I do all my equipment. Well, I say all my equipment. The cutter and the printer both are running on Flexi. Same software I've been running forever. I guess technically I started with a version of Flexi in like 1999. Come a long way since back then. But yeah, that's what I even used on my first 24-inch cutter back then. As soon as I get done with this little section, I'll go and take a look at the comments and answer whatever I can. I use to print the graphic. I use our Epson, our big machine. I mean, it's all printed vinyl, just like we do on everything. Hey Dom, yeah, sorry, a long time ago, but no worries. So right now what I'm doing out here, like I said, it's kind of boring, but I've got 315-inch cut graphics on matte white high-tack vinyl. So that's what I'm doing right now, and then inside I've got some print jobs going on. And after these, I've got to do another 306-inch versions. This is 15-inch version. Our Epson is the EchoSaw S40600 or 40,600, depending on how you want to read it. It's my third printer, my third EchoSaw wide format. And yes, all of them bought new. Yeah, it's been a good machine. I mean, I've had it, let's see, trying to remember when I got it. There's a video on it. I think, did I post a video? Maybe I didn't. I might not have posted a video on it. But I've only had that one, golly, I'm trying to remember. Year and a half? I'll have to go back and look. So that replaced my my Muto 1324, and then prior to that I had a Muto 1304 that I bought in 2008. Got the new Epson, I decided to go ahead and upgrade to the new 9000, the Pro FC 9000 Graphtec, because I had an old 7000 since '08. It was still running fine, but this has a couple more features. So I thought a good time to upgrade. Hey there, Marnie. So, 18 by 24 with yardsticks. So that's really going to vary. It depends on quantity, really, because there's two different ways we will do that. If it's real small quantities, one-offs, etc., then we're going to do printed and laminated vinyl, double side, if it's double-sided sign. Obviously, that's got a higher material cost and a higher labor cost. If we're doing a larger quantity, 20 plus, then I'll send those and get those flatbed printed. So you can do those considerably cheaper. Also, the yard stakes have gotten pretty expensive. Metal's gone up. It's pretty much doubled. My price on those stakes is double what they were. So yeah, it's going to really vary. So just two, so two of those 18 by 24s, let's see, 4, 6, double-sided, so 18, not 12. Hang on, let me think for this, let me think on that for a second, I got another thing in my head. Okay, so yeah, so it's 18 by 24. I'd probably be at around 25 to 30 bucks each with just that small quantity, double-sided. basically kind of hits my minimums. So, I mean, usually to do anything, I'm at 50 bucks. So, oh yeah, no, if customers balking, tell them, find something cheaper if you want. I mean, heck, in quantity, I'll knock those out for like $8 to $9 each. But like I said, I'll flatbread print those, so way more efficient. Don't have the extra material cost, don't have the extra labor. I was gonna say, if you're doing cut vinyl, then that changes things. If you're just doing cut vinyl on Coroplast, then you can definitely do it a little cheaper. But again, that kind of still hits my minimum. But I mean, most of ours we're doing fully printed either way. And if it's for a longer use, we'll always laminate as well, unless they're just really picky on price. So, but yeah, cut vinyl you can get away with less, but it's like if you're doing really simple, like sometimes like the political signs are just like a 1 or 2 color, I can send those out to flatbed or to flatbed print them, and again still be in that probably $8 range, but I can send them out to a flat screen printer and get them done for, I could probably sell them for like $5 to $6 each. Biggest cost is actually just the Coro itself, so certainly doable. Oh, yeah, that's kind of funny. But yeah, no, if you're printing them, if you're using printed vinyl, laminating, etc., then yeah, no, you're well within where it should be. Let her cricket the next one for herself. One thing I do though is if I've got, like, matter of fact, I had a customer call before I did my live that wants by Saturday for an event. I think she said 30. I think it was 30, maybe 20. No, it's 30. 32-inch circle cut graphics. For a regular customer of mine, they're real estate, they're realtors, realtor group. And I'm like, well, you're going to hit my minimum basically. It's going to be $50. And I said, honestly, I'll end up cutting more of that for you than just 30, because 32-inch circles barely even gets the printer going, right? I mean, so I'll probably end up charging them 60 and giving them twice as many as they want or more. So we'll see how that goes. But they're also excited that I can get it done for them in time. So, and for me, I'll just squeeze that in with another job. So. Basically using them on some awards, so I'm like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem. So, okay, so you didn't do the job, you were just quoting it for her, and she was having a problem with it. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. I mean, like you said, it's not worth dealing with making barely any money and then dealing with a customer that can be a pain in the butt. It's like, whatever. It's like when you can make better money doing other work, then do that, right? I mean, if you've got the extra time and you just want to do it to have something else under your belt or something to show, that's one thing, but I'm going to have to stop and make a count. See where I'm at on these here. Let me see here. Gonna get dizzy. So here's the stacks that we're stacking up over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Actually, you know what? I've already printed more than I need. So, I guess they're going to end up getting some extras. That's what I get for being alive and not paying attention, right? So, I will finish weeding these, and then I will go through and double check my count, and then I got to start masking and cutting all these down. What I'll probably do first is go inside and check on the printer and the next job that I need to send to the printer. Double check chat. Yeah, so yeah, no problem. If they're, like I said, if they're not willing to pay the price and be a pain in the butt, then it's not worth having them as a customer anyhow. All right. So those are all we did. I can turn the light off over here. Put that away. Move that back a little bit. All right. So let's do a mask here and just see how it goes. Thinking this is my best way to go. one of 23 that need to be done. Then they all gotta get cut down. So Rye, if you're still around, you never answered me on the wedding. Was that today? Or are you just getting ready for it today? I know how that could be. It's like, same with the photo booth. You gotta get everything ready ahead of time. Come on, guys, I see people here. No chatty, no chatty. so that didn't go down clean. Gonna have to play with that one. Come on, guys, what are y'all doing? I'm getting close to the end of this roll. That's why it's getting a little loose. Not as much tension on the roll. Definitely not as much tension on the roll. Things I wish I knew when I was first starting out. Man, I don't know. Don't know that there's anything specific. I mean, most all of it's just going to be experience, right? Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know that there's any one thing that is specific. I know it took a lot longer when we started to get things happening. Well, I say that. I mean, when we first got into print production, when we were doing cut vinyl, it was easy. But then when we started doing full color and wraps in '08, it was kind of right when the economy took a crap. And really the only benefit we had was we were doing things for other sign shops that were still doing cut vinyl that didn't have a clue about print. So that was our bread and butter, was actually doing other sign shops work. So we would do their print production. And then eventually a lot of the franchises especially started kind of requiring them to get into full color. So they spent all this money on mostly roll-ins at the time. You could get the print cuts, and it was a cheaper solution, although the franchises charged them a fortune. Um, so they would start doing their own print production by like 2009, 2010, but they didn't have a clue what they were doing. So we would still go in and help them, and especially when it came to bigger signs or wraps, didn't have a clue, so we'd do a lot of that work for them. But like everything else, everything got a little bit more commoditized. So you just gotta be careful, don't play the price game, And as we've always done, it's just a matter of, build relationships and keep your quality as good as you can keep it. Don't, like we don't offer and haven't almost ever offered like really cheap printed vinyl. I mean, I have shops out there that spends barely $100 on a roll, and it's definitely cheap vinyl. It's not gonna last, etc. So even on our basic stuff, we've always used at least a mid-grade, and we've always used air release, so easier installations, etc. Not only for us, but our customers, when they're installing it on whatever, their car or their windows, or their customers are installing it on whatever. It's not going to have bubbles galore. It's going to last. It's not going to be some cheap paper sticker. Not that those don't have their place too, but just not in what we do. But yeah, just network. I mean, all our business, even today, is pretty much word of mouth. I mean, don't advertise anywhere. Don't sell on Etsy. Not that that's terrible. Everybody's got their niche. Just not for us. Normally we won't do small runs for people unless they're an existing customer or a good referral. Or we've just, like I said, I'll do it, but the pricing's not necessarily going to be as low as they want. Thanks, Don. It's been a minute or so since I've been using the old blade, so. said I was going to stop so I could go back and check the print, but it's kind of like once you're out here in this mode, you just kind of stick with it, you know? Although I am getting a little warm and a little hungry. Hate when I get down to the end of the application roll, it's like it just does not want to lay clean. Just does not want to lay as clean. Alright guys, so I'm getting close to taking a break and going inside, checking on the printer. So, if there's any comments, questions, etc., please let me know. Because I will be popping this thing off for a minute or two, or longer. Alright, so 11 of them masked. We've got, I believe, 23 we have to do. So, I'm going to stop for now. Yeah, no problem. Have a good one, guys. I will head out for now. Hope you guys have a good one. Join us in the Discord. I'll put information down in the description of this video after it's over. But if you look at any of my more recent previous videos, there's a link to our Discord channel so you can jump on and chat with us live almost anytime. So anyhow, hit that like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You guys have a great one, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.